Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 2019 Timber Cup, being brought to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. We've got semi-final action today in our game between the Paramba Sharks and the Avon Avalanche. My name is David Doucette, and with me today, my partner Jeff Holmes. Jeff, it's been a long, strange ride for both these teams to get here. Well, for one more than the other.
Yes, as we've looked at their records leading into this semifinal game, we wind up having Paramba, who had 3 straight wins, a 3-1 victory over Clare, a 4-0 trouncing really of Summit, and an 8-3 win over Digby. And then when we wind up having on the Avonview side, as we said, they trended positively, right? With a 6-0 loss to Sir John A, 3-3 tie in Barrington, then the 2-1 win, the victory over Yarmouth to get them here to this semifinal game today.
Talking to the coaches ahead of time, there's some scratches that aren't going to be there, some injuries that are that tend to happen during tournament play. I heard of a broken wrist and sore ribs, but there's a couple bodies from Paramba. They're not going to be there. Avonview are missing a couple, but they've been missing the 2 all for the entire tournament. We're going to get started right away, or pretty soon here, as the teams are just cleaning up the ice. And what are our letters for our letter for the day is S, Jeff?
Our letter for the day, yes, S, speed, skating, and skills. And when you talk about speed, it's team speed as well. Skating is very important in the hockey game, obviously, but it's the ability to move the puck, get into that offensive zone, get some good chances. And overall skills, goaltending skills, the ability for the defense to be able to clear out in front of the net, give the goaltender some room when they wind up having the shots come on goal, and we'll see what happens here this afternoon.
All right. Avonview is going to be in blue, going from right to left on your main screen. Paramba in white, going from right to left. We're about to get going.
Apparently I've moved us into the afternoon already. As I mentioned, for some reason, it's 10 o'clock in the morning here.
I think that's going to be an interesting thing for these kids too as well. And the age group is generally 16 to 18, that general age group. Morning games. Both of the teams played a quarterfinal yesterday. Now, Avonview was very early, and PEB was just from 7 to 8:30, so it wasn't that late. But how they can react for those 10 a.m. games tends to be interesting.
Yeah, this is it. We'll see who can get off to the quick start.
Behind his own net, Rogers wings it up. Dayon can't keep it in. Up the blue line, chipped ahead. Stockdale can't quite get a hold of it. Coming back the other way is Dayon. Dayon trying to lead it forward to Surratt, but he tripped over the blue line. That's our first shot, steered aside by McRae. Starting goaltenders, number 29, Liam McRae for Avonview. And for the Paramba Sharks, number 1, Logan Babat.
I'm not sure if Surratt actually tripped or he was just trying to stay on side there, keep his body long. Haven't seen that usually take place. Usually kind of drag the skate back, but want to stay on side here.
Seamus Donchama fires it behind the net. It gets ripped around the other side. Sheehy there, stops, eye up the glass, kept in by Paramba. Coming back the other way is Campbell. Peb's going to beat them there. Rotating it back. It's in the corner. Two sets of players both fighting for it. That third Avon view comes in. The clearing attempt's picked off nicely. Coming back the other way with a quick shot is Smith, but it goes off a leg. Harvey can't get it out. Once again, a nice opportunity for Smith, but he took the swing and a miss. Hard hit at the side boards, comes up towards the half board, to the line and out.
Good early play here and pressure by Paramba.
Wallace dumps it in. McRae stops it behind his net for his defense. Coming out now is Eldridge. We've been hearing that Eldridge name for the last couple of years. It's nice when you get teams that, obviously Paramba as a local team is here every year. But when you get teams like Avon View, Sir John A. McDonald, they come here year after year, you tend to see the growth in the players. We're used to that Eldridge name. We're used to some of the names that we've seen here for a number of times when they keep coming back.
And I talked about keys of the game. Usually with Paramba, we do see good skating teams with that squad.
Rogers has the first attempt stopped. Up to the sideboard, tip forward. Can't get it out, though. Helping out is Mole. Still can't get it out. Good forechecking pressure here by Paramba earlier in the game. Donchama at the red line. Catches that red line and throws it back in. In tight quickly is Josh Green. Green fires in front of the net, and it's deflected away. That's Young behind the net. He can't get it. Good pressure by 16 DeViller. Young flips it around to the other side. Getting there first is going to be Peach. Peach stops, gets it to the point, but not out. There's a wrist shot. It didn't have much on it. Couldn't get through. Coming back the other way, Avon View going to get some offensive territory zone. There's a first shot off of the glove hand of Baban. Deflects wide. Breaking out the other way, Donchama. Donchama to Young. Young goes wide to his right. Nice active stick there by Avon View. Tries for the quick pass up to Stockdale, just out of his reach. Wallace behind his own net. Check that, that's Warner. Some forechecking now by Avon View. There's a clear out. Not much on this one. Probably not going to make it all the way down for an icing. Although they're trying real hard to make it look like they're skating hard. Phillips is actually going to get there in time. Coming back the other way, stopped at the blue line, and O'Connell throws it in deep again, goes right in front. Nice play by McRae to actually flip that away out of danger. Coming back is Eldridge. Eldridge goes hard to his right, tries to backhand pass, but it's picked off. Coming back hard the other way is Sams. Nice defensive play by Avon View.
Good transition there, play by Paramba as they're trying to move the puck up quickly, get offensive opportunities.
Rogers backhands it off the boards, kept in by Darcy. Back the other way to Harvey. Harvey makes a nice pass up to Eldridge. Eldridge gets it picked off, though. Wallace pinches in, throws it behind the net, back to the point. That's O'Connell. O'Connell with a wrist shot from distance. Nice save by McRae. Cross ice pass just behind O'Connell, and he couldn't get a shot away. There's a long shot. That goes off a stick and goes wide. Once again, good pressure. Avon View tries to get it out. O'Connell stops it again. McRae picks that one out of the air, takes the whistle as Avon View needs the change.
Good hand-eye coordination there by Spencer Soretta, able to tip that puck. Made it a very difficult opportunity there for McRae, the goaltender. Fortunately for him, it went wide. Shot 6-1 here early for Paramba.
Make that 7. Another good opportunity for Paramba. Another nice save by McRae. Two players fall over. I know no ill intent there. One had fallen down, one fell over, and I think a little bit shaken up. Both getting up a little slow.
Yeah, they fell to the ice awkwardly there.
There was the one, and it's like that blindside hit from behind.
Absolutely. Bowling pins there knocked over each other.
Yeah, it's nice to have young legs when that happens.
And that's where you can get wind up getting a knee twisted or an ankle twisted somewhere when somebody falls back at you.
Eldridge has the puck. Goes cross ice looking for Sheehy, just out of his reach. Getting there first is Wallace. Backhand pass, can't get it out. Coming back in is Avon View. Behind the net. Nice play by Benedict to get it back to the point. No shooting lay there. Benedict has it again, but can't control it before shooting it. So Wallace with a nice lead pass over to Smith, goes off his skate, and he'll chase it down into the corner.
And they called it icing there. I thought maybe he had his skate over the center line, but icing call.
Well, what we talked about in terms of both teams finding their feet certainly hasn't happened for Paramba. They've been on their horse right away, Jeff, and certainly no ill effects to an early morning game.
Avonview really hasn't had any sustained pressure.
Young tries to get it out. Peach has it. Goes hard to his left, looking in front, takes a shot. Babin hugs that post, makes the save, covers it up for the whistle.
First real good opportunity there for Avonview. Babin able to make the save.
And it was off of a turnover. You know, the breakout pass wasn't where it was supposed to be, and Avonview was there to pick it off and gain the scoring opportunity as a result. Face off, controlled by Avonview, back to the point. Thrown in by Campbell. Goes in deep. Warner behind the net. Avonview picks it up again, goes back to the point. Rogers can't quite keep it in. Finds it, throws it in high, just a little too high, off the mesh and outside of the rink.
In these tournaments as well, sometimes the teams are opportunistic. Can certainly have an impact as well. So you can wind up having a situation where shots on goal are 7-2, but if you have a positive opportunity in the zone or able to score a goal, it can change the momentum quickly, as we've seen multiple times through the games in this tournament.
An earlier game between Yarmouth and Forest Heights, that happened exactly. It was a pretty even game. Yarmouth capitalized on goals. Forest Heights just couldn't get the bounces to go their way, and it ended up being a one-sided affair as a result. You have to be opportunistic. You have to be able to actually score on those great attempts when they arise. Surratt fires it behind his own net. O'Connell picks it up on the other side, chips it forward to Sams. Sams loses it. Avonview comes away. Good stick, good active stick there by Darcy. Avon goes around with Surratt again. Surratt has trouble controlling it. Avonview's hemming them in a little bit. Harvey at the blue line, can't keep it in. Dumps it back. They tag up and go right back in. O'Connell. Lead pass. Good pinch in there by the defense. Avonview keeps it in. Back to the corner. Another good work. This time it's Stockdale. Stockdale in front. Going to get back to the point. Harvey with a wrist shot off a stick and off the glass. Just high. Coming back the other way. That's Shanks. Shanks gets it in deep. He's going to try to hold it against the boards. He does. He has it. He's looking. Backhand pass. Good work by Darcy to intercept. Darcy still has it. Flips it up and high off the mesh. Tried to go high off the glass and out. Couldn't do it. That'll get a whistle. Let both teams change up.
First real good sustained pressure there by Avonview, able to get some opportunities, control the puck deep. Some good work along the boards.
Paramba, one of the co-hosts of the team, local team obviously from Yarmouth County. A lot of support here in the rink. And you'd have to think from Avonview's perspective, just getting through that first 5 minutes is so important. Miller has some room, tries to get a shot away. He was being pestered by multiple players. Going in hard is Tristan Donchema. He's not going to get there in time. That goes off both players. Stays inside the line though. Pass in front. And the Sharks could not handle that one. Back to the point to Andre Donchema. He's looking for that nice cross-ice pass. Going inside is down. Check that, Smith. But he can't go. Coming back with numbers the other way. Not much speed, though. Burgess, at the end of a shift, chops it in and then goes in for a change. He'll complete that change now. Andre Donchema goes to his left, cuts to the middle. Good stick work there by the Avalanche D. Donchema at the point. Blocked right at the line by Braden Hood. Donchema gets it again, gets it wide. That pass right in front, picked off nicely by the defense. Paramba again, that's Young, flipping it towards the goaltender. Easily taken by McRae.
McRae covered the puck up there, give his guys an opportunity to change. First half here of the first period, really, Peb has had more scoring opportunities, 9 shots on goal to 2.
But the game has evened out at least a little bit in the last few minutes. That high shot whistles over top of the net. Peb behind, taking a look. Quick pass in front. That's steered aside by McRae. Back to the sideboard, looking after Gordon. They flip it out. Chasing back to his own end as Warner's going to get there. No icing. Warner stops behind his own net and takes a look, sets up, going to be chased down by Mole. Good Mole work. That's usually ill-advised to go around the net like that, but Warner, I think, surprised by it. Avonview gets it to the blue line, keeps it in at the blue line. Peb gets it again, flips it high and out.
Looks like Avonview is going to wind up sending 2 guys deep to be able to forecheck, leave their center in the middle of the ice.
Young has it at the blue line. He'll skate towards the middle, has some ice. Gets himself in, gets around his own player before nice stick work there by Peach takes it away. Good back check there by number 16, Jay DeViller. And that lets Young come back the other way. Some neutral zone play as we do a little ping pong back and forth.
Yeah, play slowed down a little bit here in the middle part of this period.
And we have an icy offside, with 6:40 to go in the first period. Shots on net, 10-2 in favor of the Parambah Sharks. But as we said, a lot of those shots early in the game, and it has evened out, at least the play has evened out in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Avonview had some good opportunity in the Parambah zone there a few minutes ago. Most of the play here in the last 2 minutes really have been in the middle of the ice. Shanks,
forechecking along with Stockdale. 2 against 1. They're going to see if they're keeping that 2-man forecheck in. Back to the point. Rogers has it. Has a little trouble getting a hold of one. The high bouncing puck, though, just goes wide. Back behind the net. Good cycle. Good defensive work, though, by Darcy, captain of the Parambah Sharks.
And you can see this is what Avonview is going to want to do. See if they can keep Parambah hemmed in, get the cycle going, see if they can get some opportunities in front of the net.
Eldridge has it. Back pass in front. Can't quite get it to Shanks. Goes back the other way. Back to the point, not out. Long slap shot goes off of Shanks, but goes wide. Back to the point again. Hood just throws it in deep. Parambah, once again, going to fire it down the ice. Not a bad strategy. There's no penalty to doing it. There's no you can't change. If you need the break, icing it's better than being hemmed in for a long time.
And as I was saying, Avonview, that really is a good strategy for them, is get the forecheck going, get that cycle happening. That means Parambah can't use their skating ability. That skill isn't being able to be utilized by the Parambah Sharks.
Taking away that time, the time that you have with the puck, making sure that they can, that they're pressured to making decisions quicker than they want to. Fired back in by Harvey. Stopped behind the net by Babin. Peb's going to get it to the blue line, but not out as Harvey fires it back in. One more opportunity. That one's going to go all the way down, but no, it's not going to make it all the way. Miller's going to get there first. He'll circle in front of his own net. Take a look. That goes off the stick. Backing him up is Hood. Hood tries to get it out. One more time for Harvey. That goes off the boards, and Wallace has it and puts it straight back. Coming back the other way is Tristan Donchema. Chips it in deep. He's going to forecheck against Miller. Miller tries to block him out. Backhand pass. Can't make it out. Benedict's going to go behind his own net with the puck. Stops. Reverses. Good forechecking by Parambah. That's Tristan Donchema. Tristan's going to come away with the puck momentarily. Both teams fighting for it, but once again, it's Benedict that comes away with it, and this time Avonview is going to fire it down the ice. This one's going to be on net, though. No icing. It's going to allow Avonview to make that change.
This is where Parambah want to get moving. They want to get their feet moving, see if they can't get some opportunity to show their skating ability.
Wallace goes up, looking for Young. Young tries to flip it forward. Not much on that. Avonview breaks it back the other way. That's Peach. Peach with a shot. Blocker save. Coming back the other way is Mole. He can't do it, but fired back in. Good pinch at that blue line by number 24, Eric Campbell. Jay DeViller behind his own net. He stops, tries to get it up to Young. He can't reach it. Rogers can't get to the line in time. Tries to backhand pass, but Peb there to pick it off. One more time for Rogers to the empty wing. Seamus Donchema goes up, hits the linesman, goes back, or hits up in the bench maybe?
Into the bench,
Into the bench, yes. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Shark zone to the right of goaltender Babin.
Be interested from the coaching staff of Peb. Here we've seen some of the pinching that's taken place. Whether they're going to be talking to their wingers to kind of see if they can't chip that puck by, or maybe a stretch pass to be able to alleviate some of that pressure.
Back to the point, cross ice to Harvey. He has trouble holding on to it. Tried the one-timer. The pass really wasn't good enough for a one-timer. He's got it again. That one goes off a stick, off of Sam's stick, into the mesh, and that's going to face off. Is going to come all the way back deep in the zone again. Yeah, you have to, if you know a team's going to really be tight to the boards like that, you have to try something else. You have to go up the middle and send somebody a little bit deeper, or you have to reverse it in your own end to take away that pinch.
And that's moving the puck quickly D to D, or again, throwing that long stretch pass.
Once again, good forechecking by Avon view. That's Stockdale behind. He stops, reverses, looks in front. Backhand pass, can't get through the defense. Back to the point, just fired into the empty zone. Stockdale again, back to the point. That one's going to go behind the net. O'Connell can't get there in time. Good offensive pressure by Avon view, but not as many shots. Some zone pressure, but not shots. Here's an opportunity, and going in front, it's Stockdale. There's a shot and another save by Babin. So this pressure actually equating to some shots on net here later in the period.
Babin able to see that one clearly, though, able to make the save. And Paramba, you know, they'd be happy with that. If they keep on the exterior, the outside, and they don't wind up having a lot of shots on goal where Babin is screened.
Face-off controlled by Peb. Round to Green. Green picks it up. He's got Young going up the middle. Young carrying some speed, goes to his right. Big body goes in front of the net. The shot tries to open up the goaltender and go 5-hole. McRae equal to the task.
And that's some of that team speed that we're looking to see from Peb.
That's exactly right. And they came up quickly. They saw the open man speeding down, used that man speed, in that case Young, and Young was able to get broadly our best scoring opportunity of the game. Fired down the ice by D'Entremont. And this D'Entremont is Drew. When I'm in doubt, I'm going to say D'Entremont.
Here we wind up seeing the replay. Good opportunity shot on goal and the save by McRae.
Just got enough of it, just squeaked by that post. Face off, won by Paramba. Back behind his net is Wallace. Wallace rings it around. Campbell fires it towards the net. Only good things can happen when you do that. Pass it in front. Can't. Good work by Wallace to stop that pass. Chasing after it. High off the glass. Campbell uses his legs, but 2-on-1 break. We've got Sams. Sams put the pass over to Surratt. Surratt with it back to Sams. Tries to chip it in front, and that was broken up. Got a little too close there. Might have been better off to try to take that shot. Easy to say after the fact.
And there's what I was talking about pinching. Sometimes you can get caught that way. You wind up having Peb with a 2-on-1 opportunity.
And using that speed. Sams gets it out, goes over Campbell's leg. Surratt's going to chase in after it, so along with Harvey. Surratt's going to get there first. Good spin away from Harvey, but Harvey then picks up the puck.
Unlucky bounce there for Surratt, who had done a good job on the forecheck.
Harvey chips it forward to Stockdale. Coming back the other way is Surratt again. Good defensive work that time by Eric Campbell. Gets to the point. There's a wrist shot through a crowd. And that was a really good save by McRae because he had to look around people to find that one.
We talked in previous games as well as that the ice has been used. I mean, we've had a lot of games going on, so you can see that puck bouncing every once in a while. From a transition game for Paramba, they'd love to be able to turn that puck around, get skating, move that puck, but every once in a while that puck is bouncing on them.
Cleanest ice they probably had in a while because it actually did get to sit for a while today, so it should have hardened up a little bit. But as the games have gone on in the tournament, there certainly has been some interesting ice conditions. Rogers breaks out, 3-on-1. He's got some room, goes to his left. There's a wrist shot right into the midsection of Babin, and he's able to easily make that save.
Minute 8 remaining here in this first period. Good first period of hockey. No score.
But that's okay. It's a semifinal.
And again, Avon View took them a little while to get their legs going, but they certainly have had better play here in this second part of the first period.
Avon View keeps it in. Thrown towards the net. Cleared away by Peb, but not quite out until they do. That's D'Entremont coming away. Tristan D'Entremont. Drop pass to Sams. Sams has some room. Tries to jam it in. Flips it back the other way. Oh, that was just out of the reach of Andre D'Entremont. Dayon gets it in deep. Flipped up high, just over D'Entremont's hands. Coming back the other way is Avon View. They're going to be offside. They tag up. Coming back the other way, Paramba. 30 seconds to go in the period. Andre D'Entremont with a long shot. Steered aside nicely by McRae. Goes back behind the net, chasing down Phillips. Phillips is there first. Gets it to the blue line. 2-on-1 opportunity here at the end of the first period. There's a wrist shot. That goes wide. Going back on the other side is going to be Harvey. He can't do much with it. And Peb with 13 seconds and a last rush here in the first period. Josh Green goes to his right, gets around one, gets around two, cuts it back to the middle. Great individual effort, but then saving the day. Number 55, Sam Miller, breaking the play up at the end to end our first period.
Good first period of hockey. Shots on goal, 15 for the Parambah Sharks and 6 for the Avon View Avalanche.
We're getting, there are two semifinal games going on at the same time. Arena 2 carrying the second one, and that game between Sir John A. Macdonald and Barrington, another semi-local team, Shelburne County, certainly local in our perspective. That game got underway a little bit after us, so with 10 minutes left in the first period, I've just been passed a note that the score is 0-0 in the second semifinal, so they are sitting like we are sitting, waiting for somebody to crack the net.
Parambah had a couple of good opportunities late in the period with 2-on-1 chances.
Using that speed. You had talked about pinches. That first 2-on-1 that you talked about, you had said maybe about not just ringing it around the bottom of the boards, but flipping it up high, and that's exactly what happened. It was high up the glass, became a bouncing puck at the blue line, and the defenseman, I think it was Campbell, at the line for Avon View, couldn't quite control it with his leg, with his skate. As a result, speed carrying Parambah out allowed for a nice 2-on-1 opportunity and quality scoring chances.
One of the other plays that we've seen more frequently as well is when you'll flip it up down the center line, see if you wind up can't get somebody with speed to be able to break away.
Those Hail Mary passes have become a thing, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Second period means a long change. Both teams are going to have to be leery of that, not getting caught on a bad change, especially in the second period. Dayon behind his own net, chips it forward to Young. Young goes up high, just clearing the zone. Miller. Check that, that's Harvey. Harvey with a nice chip up to Burgess. Burgess can't control it though. Lead pass, Miller picks that one off, throws it up the boards. That's going to be Young behind his own net. Carrying some speed. He does have some speed, he's a big boy. Not a physical game so far, Jeff. Not really a lot of checks have been thrown.
And not really Parambah's mode of playing. Certainly Avon View, when they've got it down low, they've tried to move the puck via the cycle, but not any big hits, no big open hits.
We're just talking about changes, and what we saw there was just an indication of that. There was a lead pass that was being made by Avon View looking for a winger, but at that same time, both forwards were going off. Easily picked up for the counterattack by Parambah. Nothing came of it, but once again, it's one of those things you have to be leery of. You have to know as a defense that your forwards might be changing, and you have to make sure that you're not susceptible to the counterattack.
Yeah, put yourself in an offhanded situation.
Surratt fights with it, gets the puck back to Sams. Sams makes a good move behind the net. Stickholds away from trouble, still doing it. Back to the point, turning towards the middle to change the angle. Nice block there by Avon View, and they're going to stop it from going in, and coming back the other way is Gordon. It goes off Darcy's stick and into the mesh for a whistle.
Wind up having Spencer Surratt, who was in front of the net there in front of Avon View. Not exactly the biggest kid there, getting worked over pretty well. He's trying to provide an opportunity for them to at least screen the goaltender, make it a little more difficult for McRae if a shot comes on goal.
Peb wins that face-off. They'll clear their zone. Phillips has it at the red line and dumps it in deep. D'Entremont behind his own net. Drew D'Entremont. Nice pass up to Tristan D'Entremont. But they're not going to get too far before Avon View breaks it up again. Andre D'Entremont goes to his right. Good defensive work there by Phillips. Behind the net. Parambah has it. Pass in front off of a leg. Doesn't quite get through. Coming back the other way is Stockdale. Stockdale cross ice. Phillips is going to get there first. He goes high off the glass, and that's going to be an icing. He didn't really need to do that. There was room.
Could have skated with the puck, certainly got to the red line, and then shot it in.
Yeah, chip it in at that point. You would have got the change that you wanted, not the face-off down in your end.
What we've seen from Avonview is good defensive coverage in their own zone, though. They seem to be able to cycle on the boards, and from a defensive perspective, they wind up proper lanes, able to move the puck out. Paramba hasn't been able to cycle on them very well.
That one goes off the glass. O'Connell knocks it down and fires it right back in. Miller at the half boards, rips it around, gets it to Rogers. Rogers tries to get it. That would have been an interesting pass for Sheehy to try to find. Coming back the other way is Dayon. Dayon rips it around, and that's going to get all the way to the blue line, but not quite out. Good effort, but breaking back the other way is Andre d'Entremont with a wrist shot steered aside. And that was Jay DeViller. Excuse me. I saw a 6 and not a 16. Miller off the boards. O'Connell trying to stop it. Good work there by Sheehy, who pays the price for reaching for that puck.
There was another situation where we had a pinch, ill-advised by Avonview at that time. Led an opportunity for Paramba. Just couldn't carry enough speed into the zone. Figured I might as well get a shot on goal. It was an easy save by McRae.
Yeah, as we said, 16 to 7 shots on net. Quality shots on net, though. Couple breakaways, right?
Yeah, a couple of 2-on-1 opportunities, really. Yeah.
That's really it. So I'd say Peb maybe with 2, and we're really waiting for that first quality effort from Avonview. Wallace, back pass, too far. Thrown back in by Harvey. One more time the other way. That's Seamus d'Entremont to the point, but not out. Stopped in front, off a glove. There's the shot. There was the quality opportunity that time for number 10, Nolan Mole. Didn't get the shot away as much as he wanted to, but he was in the spot you want to be.
Absolutely. Bad, though, wound up having good position, square, wound up taking it right to the breadbasket. You can see him at the top of the blue ice in good position. I think he wound up actually catching it with his glove.
I think Mole would like to have had another opportunity to shoot somewhere other than the middle of the net from that location, though. You don't get those opportunities too often, and in a case like that, it literally was a bounce that just came his way. And there he was probably surprised to get it, and your initial reaction is just, shoot it.
Yeah, shoot it.
I'm here, shoot it.
And sometimes that could be the difference between real quality goal scorers. I mean, an Austin Matthews who has a great shot. Phil Kessel, who used to have a real quick shot as well. Some of those guys able to find the corners when they get opportunities.
Warner behind his own net, skates up, has a little bit of room, chips it into the neutral zone. It's not going to make it all the way down. Great skating by Darcy, who would have got there first and actually does, but McRae clears it away. Eldridge chops it, can't get it out. Good backup by Campbell, who goes off the boards, trying to get it up to Shanks, but it's in front of him, and Peb throws it back the other way. Getting in there first is going to be Surrett, but Avonview's going to come away with it. Eldridge gains the blue line, fires it in deep. Shanks not carrying any speed, though. He had to wait for Eldridge, so the forecheck couldn't be established the way they were hoping. It's a check attempt. Coming back the other way. Good work there. Oh, Smith couldn't quite come away with it. Andre d'Entremont rips it around. Phillips tries to keep it in, does. There's Stockdale with a wrist shot. That one just kind of bounced towards the net. Babak couldn't handle it. Defense clears the zone. Coming back the other way again with speed is Smith. Smith has some room. There's a shot off the blocker. That one had something on it. Coming back the other way. Chip forward. Good defensive work by number 10, Gavin O'Connell, saving a breakaway attempt by Avonview.
And on the opportunity by Peb, it was a good job by the defenseman to be able to turn him just enough, make him go wide, so it allowed McRae to be able to have the angle, made it a difficult opportunity for a shot there.
It was a great shot. It was going exactly where you wanted it to go, but when you're on an angle like that as a goaltender, you're taking a lot of the net away.
Absolutely.
$10:20 to go in the second period. Still deadlocked at 0-0. Peb behind their own net. Lead pass. Josh Green chips it forward. Nice opportunity again for Peb. Wrist shot from the side. Oh, goes short side, but it goes high and wide. Another shot from the point from O'Connell. That whistles wide. Miller behind his own net.
And that's what Peb's looking for. Those good passing opportunities leads to a shot on goal.
Benedict gets it over to Harvey. Harvey loses control. Good work by Green. A little bit of sustained pressure by Paramba now, as they seem to up their game here late in the second, or in the midway of the portion of the second period. Sheehy loses it. Peb comes away with it, can't get it in front. A little bit sloppy in front of their own net. Green's going to get it again for Peb. Back to the corner. Cycle down low. Quick pass in front. It's going to go between everyone. Dayon gets it. Fires it in deep. Past Green. Green to DeViller. DeViller in front. Nobody there. And Braden Hood says enough is enough and fires it down the ice for an icing.
Avon View there just looking to relieve the pressure. Good opportunities by Paramba. A couple of passes right out in front of the net. Paramba unable to make a tip, but really one went right through the blue ice there.
It's always scary when that happens, but a lot of times they were being thrown out there. They weren't there specifically looking for somebody, but just hopeful that somebody was going to be there. Shot from the point, that goes off a stick and wide. Coming back the other way is Darcy. Darcy to Surratt. Surratt back to the point to Wallace. Wallace looks for a shooting lane. Actually does get through, and nice opportunity at the side of the net for Zach Darcy, but he could not beat McRae. Darcy has it again, backhand attempt. McRae steers that aside. Darcy chases in again. Great shift by Zach Darcy. Back the other way. Avon View's going to break out. That's Rogers carrying a lot of speed. Goes to the middle. Wrist shot off of a skate and wide. Following up is Peach. Peach, 1 against 3, is not going to win that battle. Seamus D'Entremont behind the net. Goes high off the glass. Chip forward, once again using that speed. 2-on-1 break. That could be offside. No, it's not. Darcy could not get that pass over to Surratt. That was really close at the line. Darcy has it again, though. Goes to the middle. Looks at Wallace. Wallace with a one-timer. Not a lot on that one. Steered aside. It was going to be wide. Up into the mesh. 8:13 to go in the second period.
And Zach Darcy able to use his size to ward off, be able to carry the puck around. Set his teammates up for a shot on goal.
Great shift, actually. He was all over the ice, especially in the offensive zone. Face off to the left of McRae. D'Entremont, Tristan, trying to get through there. Pushed it forward, but too far. Both teams fighting for it in the corner. Coming away with it is Stockdale. Reverses to Phillips. Phillips to Eldridge. Eldridge goes up, 2-on-2 situation. Goes to the middle, takes a shot. Well defended by Paramba. Back in the corner, and that was Warner. Made that great out shot. But here's it again. Once again, good active stick in front by Paramba, taking away a potential scoring opportunity. Back to the point. Harvey trying to keep it in. It is fired it deep. Warner behind his own net. He's going to fire it harder. That one goes all the way down the ice. And once again, both teams when in trouble, not worried about the fact that we are just going to clear it down there and we're going to take the change, take the whistle, and stop the damage.
One of the things that I'm noticing from the Paramba defense, they're really standing up at the blue line, making the Avon View players beat them. And really, there hasn't been many opportunities, one-on-one opportunities where Avon View has made a clear foray into the offensive zone.
To the point, Rogers keeps it in, throws it towards Baban. Baban, no one around him, but he's still going to cover it up. Most times, and especially goalies at this level, the one exception, the Sama goaltender, Bilodeau, really plays the puck well, and he tends to like to play the puck. Most times, people are just a lot more comfortable covering it up and taking the whistle.
And definitely at a 0-0 game.
You don't want to have a miscommunication with the defense, put it the wrong way, and basically give a great scoring opportunity, potential goal to somebody. Good work going through the middle there is Benedict. Taking off the puck, fires it in deep, trying to get it to Smith. To Sheehy. Sheehy still going after it. Sheehy cuts toward, finds some ice. Well defended by DeViller. Back to the blue line, but not quite out, and yes, it is now. Breaking back the other way is Miller. Miller's got some room, backs it up. Back to Miller. Miller's got a great opportunity, goes to his backhand, the shot, and it's a goal! Number 55, Sam Miller started the play, was the recipient of a return pass, had some time, took that time, Jeff, and moved around Baban to slip it into the empty net.
Miller able to use his size there when he wound up getting the puck back, was able to slip around, go on the backhand, score the goal, and we're going to see that in the replay here. The puck came over to him. He's able to slide over, backhand the puck into the net for our first goal of the game.
And that'll put a bit of a jump in the step of the Avon View Avalanche. Coming back in again is Shanks. Paramba has the puck, can't quite get it out. Stockdale keeps it in. Still has it.
Avon goal scored by
Cuts to
number
the left.
55,
Has
Sam
some room.
Miller.
Pass in front.
Assisted by
There's
number
a shot
4,
and
Blake
good
Rogers,
glove save
and
by
number
Bavin.
3, Braden Hood.
As the
at
Avalanche,
6:44.
the Avalanche looking to build on that 1-0 goal and the momentum that they established for themselves.
We talked about earlier in the game about being opportunistic, and there they wound up having an opportunity, and Miller, defenseman, was able to move into the offensive zone, go on the backhand, score the goal.
That was the one time we've been talking about how well PEB has team defense, both teams actually, in front of their own net, team defense. In that case, there was that breakdown in that goal. They got away from the fact, Miller got behind them, and then they couldn't come back and they couldn't defend and they couldn't do that team defense to help a bat out.
Sometimes you're chasing the puck and you wind up not covering the man.
PEB finds that one off the faceoff, fires it down the ice. Oh, penalty. What do we know? We're not hit. Head contact for 4 minutes for Wallace. Just a 2-minute head contact, so that means it was incidental head contact. There was no, the play did not, there was no intent in the play, I guess.
And we've certainly seen in this tournament how when you wind up having these penalties, it can change the flow of a hockey game.
Referees want them to move it. Stockdale has it. Looking in front. Circles around, back to the point. Rogers. Rogers goes wide. Over on the other side, that's Phillips. Phillips going behind the net, looking to get to Eldridge, but Eldridge isn't going to get there in time. Good defensive work by Drew Donchema. Coming back the other way is Andre Donchema. He's got some open ice. He'll take a look. He's going to skate with it, actually. As Avonview makes a change, Andre Donchema clears the zone, takes a wrist shot. Nice save by McRae.
Sometimes you'll see that in a penalty kill opportunity where the ice will open up. The offensive team will just kind of back up a little bit, figuring that they have the extra player, they'll be able to make the coverage. And that can work in the favor of Paramba that needs some lanes to be able to skate.
Likes that open ice, likes that, 4-on-4, 5-on-4 opportunities are probably better for them. Young has it. Back pass. Good footwork there by Darcy. Gets back to the red line. Young's going to have it again. Gets it to the blue line, fires it in towards the net, steered aside easily. Picking it up is Harvey. Harvey looking to set things up for the Avalanche. Drops it off to Benedict. Benedict, the return to Harvey, but he wasn't waiting for it. He'd already broken out. And our first big open ice check. This one on the penalty kill. Delivered by O'Connell, and it is a penalty for head contact, and that'll be a 4-minute one because that was the intent of the play, to hit somebody.
It'll be a 2-man advantage here for 12 seconds. We see it on the replay. O'Connell with the check. Lifted his arms a little bit. You're going to have to stay, in these days when you wind up seeing
they're siding on caution.
Yes,
anything
absolutely.
with a head contact.
Really got to keep your arms down, wind up using your shoulder.
Miller, back to Rogers. Miller's got some room. Rogers in the middle. Triangle by Peb. They're going to rotate out of it. Cross ice. Stockdale. There's a shot. Down to a 4-on-3. 5-on-4, sorry, down to a 5-on-4. Peb has it, chip forward. That's an opportunity, shorthanded for Surratt. Coming in all alone, there's a backhand, the shot, and the goal! Number 11, Spencer Surratt takes the Hail Mary pass, beats the Avalanche down, goes to his backhand for the shorthanded goal, tying this up at the 4:02 mark.
I was waiting for that pass. In this game, you saw that there was opportunities sometimes when Avonview would pinch. And here, we were just talking about sometimes how a team will feel confident. Here we wind up having the opportunity. He goes to his backhand, puts it up over the goaltender's pads, and we wind up having a 1-1 hockey game. Still with 3:30, though, left in the power play opportunity for Avonview.
Phillips chipping it forward to Peach. It's going to be a little far in front of him. Paramba finds it, fires it down the ice. And in what would be considered an inopportune time for me, I was literally just about to say it is so important for Paramba to just survive the rest of this period, and it still is, because there's a man advantage for the rest of the period, basically. So they really still going into the dressing room. If they can go into the dressing room now at 1-1, that would have to be considered a win at the end of the second. Darcy has it, finds open ice, gets it to the red line. Surratt gently takes up Phillips, finds the puck, though, and fires it down. Good work by Surratt. McRae leaves it for Harvey. Chip forward, up to Peach, out of his reach. Paramba finds the open lane, fires it down the ice.
Aggressive penalty kill here by Paramba.
But not really being stretched by Avonview. Chip forward again. Great work at the line by Smith.
Paramba winning the battles right now along the boards.
Phillips has it, cross ice, looking for that open ice. Darcy's got it. Nobody's pestering him. He's going to go back to the D, taking lots of time, looking for that open ice again, firing it all the way back down. Ineffectual first half of the power play.
But with a 4-minute power play opportunity, you got plenty of time. 2 minutes left. Another big hit along the boards here.
Peach taken out hard. Yeah, Peach taken out hard. That one goes high and just a little outside.
These time, what happens is you see these big hits sometimes. You're looking at the referees to see if their arms are going to go up. Because we've talked before as well, you can wind up having at this age group as well a disparity in size. You have a big kid like Zach Darcy, winds up, hit someone. Sometimes you can wind up just in the size, near the head. You can have a head contact penalty out of those type of opportunities.
Rogers with a shot.
Ooh.
Nice pad save, and then flipped aside by Babin. Coming back the other way. Young has it, flips it high and over the ice. Skating hard for it, but not going to get there in time is Green as McRae fires it around his own net. Avonview comes back the other way. Mole to Stockdale. Stockdale spins away from Green. He'll carry the puck out of his own end. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Still 1:20 left in the power play. Pass in front. That goes behind Hood. Backing up on the other side is Mole. Mole tries to throw it in front. Hood has it. Hood's going to go back to the point. That's Rogers. Rogers looking for a lane. Goes cross ice to Stockdale. Stockdale's got room. There's a wrist shot. That whistles high. And when you miss from that angle, you clear the puck all the way down the ice all by yourself.
Yeah, fortuitous bounce there for Paramba. The puck comes all the way down into Avonview's end.
Great work again by Tristan Donchma. Is able to use his skate, block that play. This time it's Young with a great move to get away from one. Couldn't get away from the second one, though. As Paramba looking for their second shorthanded goal of the penalty period. Chip forward. Numbers this time. Rogers has it. Rogers looking to the middle of the ice, looking for the trailer just a little bit behind Zach Eldridge as he couldn't control it. Paramba looking to break out again. Andre Donchma has it. Flips it forward. Good hand die this time by Matt Benedict, picking it off the puck out of the air. And that one's chipped down the ice. Getting there first is Smith. Smith looking for open ice. Coming back to help out is Surratt. That one hits the ref, and that one's gonna leave a mark. Yeah, he's shaking the foot. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Sorry, power play's over. 30 seconds to go in the period, so you couldn't ask for a better result from a two-man and a 4-minute shorthanded penalty kill for Paramba.
And really, even after the goal, they had more opportunity on their penalty kill than Avonview did on the power play.
Coming back the other way, Smith's going to go behind his own net, might just try to leg it and end the period. Spins away, nobody's pressuring him, flips it high to the red line, ending the second period. So after two complete, our score, the Paramba Sharks 1, the Avonview Avalanche 1. This, the first semifinal of the 2019 Timber Cup, being brought to you by MC Media from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. We're going to take a little break while the Zamboni cleans the ice, and we'll come back at the start of the third period to talk about the game so far and set up what should be an exciting third period. Bye for now. Welcome back, hockey fans, to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 2019 Timber Cup. Come to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center. My name's David Doucette, and with me, Jeff Holmes. After 2 periods complete, we've got ourselves a nice little game. Semifinal number 1, Paramba 1, Avon View 1. Jeff, your thoughts on the first 2 periods?
First 2 periods, really in the start of the first period, Paramba had better of the play. We wound up seeing Avon View start to develop their cycle a little bit better, and they scored the first goal. Sam Miller with the first goal of the game. We wound up in a situation where Avon View did, after that goal, have some pressure. Penalty happens, a 4-minute penalty. We're thinking, oh, gee, Paramba's going to have some trouble here. What happens? They score, Spencer Surratt scores the tying goal. Real surprise. And what we saw in that is that they were starting to flip the puck down over the defenseman's head. We'll see whether that winds up being a trend here in this third period to see if Paramba can get some breakout plays.
They seem to adapt. They seem to come up with that as a counter to the pinching that was happening. Now we'll see whether or not Avon View can counter the counter. Avon View with the puck. Both teams fighting for it. Nice clean sheet of ice here at the start of the third period, so that's going to be helpful. Off the boards, working through that nicely is Phillips. Some skating room the other way comes Paramba. That's O'Connell with a shot. It goes off a leg. He gathers the rebound, goes behind the net, tries to slide it out front, steered aside by Rogers. Back to the point to Dayon. Dayon can't control it, though, as it hops over his stick and goes down the ice. Sharks setting up in their own end. Looking up. Gaining some room. Round 1 to an open ice. Nobody really following on that side, and so Avon View fires it right back down. Tristan D'Entremont. Cross ice, Andre D'Entremont. D'Entremont clears the blue line, stops, moves, drops the puck off. He says nicely to O'Connell. O'Connell with the pass, and it gets broken up. Breaking back the other way is Avon View. That's Benedict. Just out of his reach, though, as Green comes back to help out. Green chips it along the boards, carries some speed, gets to the blue line and out, but not too far before it's thrown back in. Being thrown back in, though, it hit number 3, Braden Hood, and that would be an offside penalty. Offside call.
So we talked about changes. I'm wondering if we're going to see things a little bit. We noticed Avon View was sending 2 men deep on the forecheck in the first period. Here, we've only seen 1 person in the first minute and a half of this third period. Wonder if that's a change that Avon View's made.
Sharks control. Warner gains the red line, fires it in. Miller behind his own net stops it. Young's there. Miller spins away from him. Nice backhand pass to Sheehy. Sheehy looking for Hood, but it goes in front of him. Drew D'Entremont breaks it up. Neutral zone play. That's Hood who has it and fires it in. Can't get it too deep, though. Another flip pass. Unfortunately, Darcy didn't see that one as he was just coming off. Goes right to Babin. Babin had tons and tons of time to play it, but as has been his modus operandi, he covers it all the time and takes the face-off and lets his team make a change.
Sometimes the referee will say, move the puck there. There was no pressure. He had 3 players around him. A lot of the time they will have a little chat with the goaltender and say, hey, in that situation, you need to move the puck, keep the game flowing.
Paramba wins the face-off, gains the blue line, chip forward. Sam's chasing after it, but Darcy's going to get there first. Spins away from trouble. Still has it. Cross-ice pass goes off of Rogers' skates behind the net. Coming away with it, though, is Surratt. Spins to the middle. Nice move. Backhand goes to his front side. Backhand shot. Nice save by the goaltender, McRae.
Good little dipsy-do there by Spencer Surratt to get in front of the net, get an opportunity on goal.
A lot of close base stick handling to get in and around bodies.
He's not the biggest kid.
Fired in by Seamus D'Entremont. Benedict behind his own net, looking. Ill-advised pass right up the middle. Sam's blocks that. Keeping it in is Paramba. Andre D'Entremont chips it in deep. Back to Harvey. Harvey behind his own net. Lead pass. They're going to break out here. Did not see it. Great opportunity. That one goes off of a skate or stick and goes wide. McRae steers the next one down. McRae jumps in to get that pass and avoid the hit, and then he will clear the zone. Clear the red line. It is 1-on-4. You're by yourself. Goes to the middle, takes a shot off of a leg. Surratt just avoids a check. Kind of got spun around, and he's going off now. Replacing him, Tristan D'Entremont. Good work by Avonview. There's a shot saved by Babin. Point blank.
Good opportunity there for Avonview on the turnover.
Paramba, and that was Sam's, I believe, got that puck, fired it down the ice, and Paramba will make a change. Shots evening up a little bit, 23-16 right now. There's a great opportunity there. One for each team so far here in the period. As the period wears on, and if the score remains 1-1, we'll have to see what type of game they play. Somebody has to win. This one's not going to end in a tie. We might have to haul out the booklet to find out what happens next, but right now we'll just call the this period and see what happens.
So far, we've seen Paramba be a little more aggressive than Avonview. Like I said, I'm wondering if they're going to send the two players in deep on the forecheck.
And of course, you are susceptible to any type of counter when you have that type of aggression, and for either side, basically. Going back, O'Connell. O'Connell flips it up to the blue line and out. Miller goes to get that pass.
You never want to play on your heels, though. Defensively, you wind up back on your heels. That really plays into Paramba's game, in my opinion.
And didn't we see that? And I'm going to take a moment to talk because we've got the time. Didn't we see that, Jeff, in the second period with the 4-minute power play? Avonview had some jump. They were playing aggressive. They had 2-man deep. Then they had this power play, first 5-on-3 and then 5-on-4. And they seemed to pull back because they were looking for more finesse instead of more aggression and more,
When you have 4 minutes, sometimes you get tentative. You think, I got plenty of time, I'll be able to set up.
Young, one-on-one. He's got a trailer coming down with him. He has it, stops, looks, takes a hard shot. That one, I think, might have gone off the goaltender first.
McRae did a good job there getting a proper angle. Defense did exactly what he needed to do. Took the other player out of the play. Wound up making it a difficult pass.
This is interesting because the referee didn't see it that way. The referee saw it going straight up right away as soon as the call was made. Peb was going to the ref going arm, and that's what I thought I saw too. Mm-hmm. I thought it went off the just a little bit off of the arm of McRae. Avonview breaks out, but doesn't get too far. Going back behind his own net is Josh Green. Green spins away from trouble, gets it up to Young. Stuck in Young's skates, he finds it. Backtracks the other way. Chips it up just to clear the zone.
And that was a situation in which Avonview sent a couple guys in to forecheck.
Rogers has some room, goes to his left. He's very wide, takes the shot. He can fire a puck, but that one goes around and rips around right out of their zone. Coming back the other way, Sheehy dumps it in deep. Going back there is Warner. Warner has it.
Lots of open ice here.
Avonview with the change. That pass well in front of Young, though. Chip forward. Back to Drew Donchema. He goes to the open win. Smith's going to pick that up. Chips it in deep. Follows it up. Going into the corner. Looks in front. Fires it in front. But not to his own team. Chip forward from the pinch. Breaking hard the other way is Moley. Moley's got Rogers with him. Stops. Waits. Takes the shot. The short side was there, but he didn't shoot there. Comes to the Campbell. Campbell tries to fire that through. Goes off of Wallace, who comes up from his defensive position to block that shot. Ripped around the boards by 16, Jay DeViller, and all the way down the ice for an icing at the 9:05 mark of the third period.
And has been the trend when they're looking to relieve the pressure. We're just going to take the icing. That allows us to change manpower, get a new line out there. Let's get started again.
Shooting lanes from the point. Ever so important, even more so in the third period. That puck, even if it is not going to be a shot on net, has to get by the person approaching you that's looking to block the shot. It goes off their leg, it's a breakaway the other way, and it's a great opportunity. Back to the point to Miller. Miller with a wrist shot. That goes high, whistling over the net. Surrett jumps in to get that puck. Looks, tries to rip it around. Miller's going to pinch in front. Stop it at the half board, trying to kick it forward. A little bit of help from Darcy. Darcy gets to the point. Good work by Benedict, helping out his defense. When the defense pinch, the winger backs up. Miller again. Good work by DeViller to clear the zone, and Rogers has it. Rogers looking for help, goes high off the glass just to clear it in. Coming back the other way, off the boards, nobody really there. Paramba having some issues breaking out right now, finding that open man in the neutral zone. They're just looking for open ice and clearing. Once again, just to the point, not really a pass. Miller couldn't keep it in. Sams tries to break out, can't. Surratt comes the other way, has to spin and wait as his team was offside. Coming back, though, is Shanks. Shanks stops, loses the puck, and O'Connell has it back for the Sharks.
There are situations sometimes at the line you just want to dump it deep, though. You don't want to turn it over.
O'Connell gets to the blue line, but no farther. Sharks again. Paramba tips it forward. It's going to go all the way down the ice. They say it goes off of a stick. One says no, one says yes. They'll talk about it, and the faceoff will either be at center ice or it will be an icing. And I believe in that case, it's the referee that was calling off the linesman's suggestion that it tipped off of a stick. The referee is going to veto that linesman call.
And correctly, they'll go over and explain that to the coaching staff of Paramba.
Well, especially since as a result of the call, or the adjusted call, if you will, the faceoff is going to go back down into the Paramba zone.
And really, there's not much that can be said. I mean, it's a discussion as to what happened, what I saw, why the call is this way, but it's not going to change now.
Yeah, and the coach on his perspective is likely going to be something like, if you don't want the linesmen on the ice, take them off and you do both jobs. Ripped around the boards. Moley trying to find it. Pep's going to come away with it momentarily. Back behind his own net is O'Connell again. O'Connell flips it high, well up into the mesh, and that's going to be another face-off in the Paramba zone. As things are getting a little tense, Jeff. Halfway through the third period, still a 1-1 tie, and there seems to be at least a little bit more tentativeness in both teams right now.
Yeah, not a ton of aggressiveness really from either team, as you've said. So this is when just a simple mistake
like the one we just saw there. And that was number 5, Sean Dayon, looking to put it behind his own net. Instead, inadvertently put it right in front of his own net, and but now luckily saw it all the way and covered it up.
.7:24 left to go in the third period of the semifinal game. Another thing that factors in is how are you going to play your bench now? Okay, you got to win this game. So, there's no tomorrow in that sense, right? But if you have that other game to play, you wind up having a championship game. The kids, are you going to wind up having stamina to be able to play an extra game that's going to happen right after this one?
Yeah, both teams are going to have maybe an hour and a half break between games. So at least it's fair on that side. But you're right, if you start making a short bench, then that's certainly going to have an effect.
We got a penalty call here.
Slashing.
We haven't had a lot of penalties in this game.
Is this the first one for Avonview?
I think this is the first call.
And it's
first time that Paramba is going to go on the power play.
And it's number 22, Zach Eldridge, and that's going to bring the face-off all the way down. And with under 7 minutes to go in the third period, a great opportunity for Paramba.
Yeah, and an easy call for the referee. Slashed the stick right out of his hand.
Paramba controls the face-off. Back to Warner. Warner gets it back to Darcy. Darcy goes down low, looking for the return from Young. Not going to get there. D'Entremont. D'Entremont flips it in deep. Darcy's going to get it. Chips it forward, looking for Young again. Young takes it. Darcy again. Darcy to D'Entremont.
So far, everything on the exterior, nothing in front of the net.
Give and go from Young back to Darcy. That goes off of a stick and is cleared and clears the zone.
Wow, the Paramba defense very deep.
Warner. D'Entremont. D'Entremont to Young. Young gains the zone. Makes a nice move, inside out, goes upstairs, blocker save, and cleared away. The rebound cleared away. Great opportunity for Paramba there. Good individual effort by Hayden Young. Warner spins away from trouble. That's going to leave two-man advantage. Got to be careful about that hooking, though, coming from behind, especially if you're impeding the play. Stockdale gets off without the call and says time for a change.
Good work there by the Avonview defenders.
Lead pass. Andre D'Entremont has it, has Surratt with him. Back pass. Hard shot by O'Connell from the point. It goes wide. Back up to Smith. Smith looks. Goes to the half board. Surratt. Surratt back to Smith. Smith's going to bring it to the middle. Nice pass back to Surratt. Surratt with his backhand, and that goes well wide. O'Connell behind the net. Back to Surratt. Surratt with a one-timer, and it goes off of a leg, and Avonview clears it down. So far, a nice power play for Paramba. They've actually had some great opportunities and some good pressure.
And they've been aggressive, definitely.
Surratt tries a little quick pass, can't get through. Breaking back the other way is DeViller.
And we're back to full strength.
DeViller gains the blue line, goes in, fires it around, looking for Donchama on the other side. Donchama tries to flip it back, gets it back to the point, held in. Wrist shot, upstairs, past everyone, but nowhere near the net. Surratt's going to have it at the half board. Tries to flip it in deep, stopped by Avonview, blocked again by DeViller. Back on the other side, Andre Donchama gets it in front. O'Connell with a slap shot, big save, as O'Connell could walk into that shot.
Talked about being opportunistic. Boy, that puck came off the boards perfectly, right into the shooting zone. Good opportunity for Paramba, not able to take advantage of that. With 4:33 left to go in the third period in a 1-1 hockey game, you're going to have to get those good opportunities and make them pay.
Opportunity gained, opportunity lost. The score remains 1-1. Warner behind his own net has the puck. Reverses it, just out of reach of Dayon. Dayon flips it high, goes through the rafters, but doesn't touch them, so that's fine. Phillips bangs it back down. That goes past everyone. No overcall this time. Icing with 4:10 remaining.
And we'll see whether that power play opportunity where there was good pressure by Paramba translates into good pressure for the remaining 4:10 in this third period for Paramba. Now, key issues like face-off wins become very important.
Avonview gets it, clears it all the way down the ice, and unless it tipped on somebody, and it did not, rinse and repeat. Face off right back down in the Avonview zone. They are not going to want to continue to just do this, though.
No.
You get into a mindset where this is all you're doing, and then you're not establishing any offense of your own. And without any offense, if your only hope is for a break. Back to Dayon. Dayon doesn't go through the Benedict's legs, instead just fires it into the open ice. Chip back in deep. Not deep enough, though, as Stockdale gets it out. Lead pass. That's going to skip over the stick of Young, and it's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be an icing back the other way.
Both teams changing their lines. Sometimes from a coaching perspective as well, are you going to go straight line changes? Are you going to leave maybe your best center out there on, or maybe have two centers when you wind up having defensive face-offs? We'll see what takes place here.
Most times you're really going to go with just two sets of defense at this stage, though. You've got your top two defense, and here in the last 3.5 minutes, unless somebody gets on for a long time, gets stuck on for some reason, you're likely going to keep them there. Wow, mauled at the side of the boards there by Zach Eldridge. And
I wonder if we're going to have offsetting minors. Yeah, I think we are.
Eldridge and Andre Donchama.
Which I think is a good call by the referee. There definitely was action by both of them.
Here's the replay, and you kind of have to look around O'Connell, but you're seeing that there's kind of a bit of a tussle there.
And like I said, happening on both players, so again, evens things up.
Referee's not wanting to decide this one on that call. Avonview wins the face-off, off the boards and in.
I'd like to see back to when you have offsetting minors to go to the 4-on-4 hockey.
Open that ice up again.
Open it up, yeah. We know that back in our day, certainly the old Edmonton Oilers, though that was an advantage for them.
Yes, it was. That one's skipped over the stick, and so we have an icing call at the just 2:59 mark, under 3 minutes to go here in the third period. MC Media proud to bring you the semifinal coverage of the 2019 Timber Cup from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Hope you're enjoying the game. Face off, Surratt has it, spins away, looking for room, goes to the point. O'Connell has it, wrist shot, through a crowd. And McRae able to find that one through the massive bodies, make the save, and control it for no rebound. Face off to McRae's left, 2:49 now. Paramba wins the face-off, but it does get out. Hard off the boards and in. Skating hard the other way is Rogers. He has some speed. Good stick work there by Wallace, creating the offside as Rogers makes that move to his left.
So we talked about aggressiveness. Who's going to be most aggressive here in the final 2:36? You're going to take a chance. You're going to look, see if you can wind up throwing that breakaway pass. Are you going to pinch at the defensive side? Are you going to wind up sending 2 guys deep, maybe 3 even? Send that center in deep. See if you can't get control of the puck. We'll see what the coaching staffs for both teams wants.
Young with some room, goes wide, steers it towards the net. Not much on that. Well defended by the Avalanche. Sharks come back in. Pass in front and a goal! A terrific shot! Pass across from Drew Donchema. And goal number 2, I think, from Hayden Young.
Well, this is Surratt.
Surratt had the first one.
First one.
A bang opportunity with 2:22 to go in the third period.
Fantastic pass right across. Hayden Young right at the side of the goal, able to shoot it in. And generally, Avonview, it had good defensive zone coverage there. But as we see in the opportunity on the replay, he was able to go to the side of the goal, uncovered. Pass comes across, bing, into the net, and we got a 2-1 game.
Well, if there was a thought of tentativeness on Avonview, that has to be erased. Whether you lose 2-1, 3-1, or 4-1, doesn't matter. You have to try to tie this up in regulation in the last 2 minutes. Paramba gets it, can't get it out though, well defended. Young back behind his own net, takes down the player. Pass in front off of a stick. Great opportunity there, but Smith able to clear the zone, clear the front of the net anyways. Now it's Green trying to get the puck all the way down. He can't. Coming back the other way though. We've got number 14, Smith. Only saw one number. Sorry about that. Good work by Smith to actually gain the zone. Down to 1.5 minutes. Coming back the other way, Avonview, you'd have to think in the next 30 seconds or so, or whenever they can control the play in the Paramba zone, we might see McRae go to the bench. Rogers zigzags through. Luckily, McRae wasn't coming out then. DeViller has it, fires it in deep. He'll chase after Campbell. Campbell puts it along the boards, looking for Stockbridge. Stockbridge gets it to the red line, and it's fired right back in by Paramba. Rogers again has it, flips it up. Rogers to Hood. Hood can't get it. Paramba fires it right back in. Under 1 minute to go. Rogers once again behind his own net. Time is not on their side.
Avonview's going to want to move the puck quickly here, see if they can't get their goaltender out.
Surratt has it, loses it though. Gets back, there's the shot. That one's going to go all the way down. And that will be an icing. There's the great opportunity for the face-off to be deep in the Paramba zone with 43.6 seconds to go. Do we have a penalty or do we have just an open? I'm not really sure what's happening there. I'm not sure if that was actually officially closed. Quick update here before we get going. 9 minutes to go in our second semifinal, and Sir John A. McDonald is up 3-0 over the Barrington Barons. So Sir John A., with 9 minutes to go, certainly have things well in control in semifinal number 2. Semifinal number 1 with under a minute to go, still up in the air though.
Timeout called by Avonview. See if they can set up a play here off the face-off. Been a good hockey game. Well played by both teams. Paramba able to get that late goal on a tremendous pass out, so Hayden Young could put them ahead 2-1.
And we're about to get underway after the, and both coaches, Jeff, I mean, they're literally going to say, if we win the face-off, do this.
Right.
You know, control the front of the net. Don't do anything silly. Don't make sure you're at least throwing it to open ice. Don't let it go off a stick, off a leg. Don't let an inadvertent bounce ruin the game with 43.6 seconds. There's the flip shot. Chasing after it on the empty net is Sams. He's going to get there in time, and the answer is no, as it just was a little too high. So exciting, but all we did was run about 10 seconds off the clock.
Well played, though, really. I mean, you're talking about just a little too far. If that puck hits another way, doesn't wind up skipping so quickly, I mean, they're going to wind up scoring that third goal.
Controlled by Avonview this time to the point. Rogers with a shot through a crowd. Doesn't get through. Parambach finds it, throws it down the ice, and it is going to make it all the way again. So 10 seconds at a time, we're going to rid ourselves of the third period.
I had some time there. That was one where he might have been able to just control the puck a little bit, shoot it along the boards, instead of firing it down the ice. Face-off so important right now. So we've had a face-off win by each team.
Stockdale does control it. Gets back to Rogers. Rogers with a slap shot. Oh, that one's going to sting off Darcy. The second shot doesn't make through. Third shot doesn't go. Off to the side. Fire down the ice. That's going to go off the stick. 14 seconds to go. Harvey chasing after it. He's got little time left. 8 seconds. Going to need a quick pass. Stockdale has it. Stockdale gains the blue line. 4 seconds. Gains the red line. Gains the third blue line. The shot. Saved by Baban. That will end the game. Make the final. Parambach Sharks 2, Avonview Avalanche 1. A very exciting semifinal. We're hopeful that you continue MC Media's coverage and actually also Eastland Community TV's coverage of the championship game, and that's going to start at 1 o'clock. And that will be between the Parambach Sharks, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but a few minutes ago there was only 9 minutes left. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there's a very good chance that it's going to be against perennial powerhouse in this tournament, Sir John A. McDonald. Any final thoughts on the game, Jeff?
Well played hockey game. Again, we were looking for that one opportunity that was going to change things late. Wound up having good zone, poor zone coverage by Avonview. Led to an opportunity. Hayden Young there was able to shoot the puck into the net by himself. Took control of his opportunity. We wind up having the win by Parambach. But this was an evenly matched game throughout these 3 periods.
So with that, we'd like to thank everyone for joining MC Media's streaming of the 2019 Timber Cup semifinal. On behalf of all the volunteers in the booth, behind the cameras, myself, David Doucette, my partner today, Jeff Holmes, so thank everyone for joining us and hope you'll join us again for our championship game. Bye for now.
The player of the game for the Avonview Avalanche, number 29, Liam McRae. Player of the game for the Parambach Sharks, number 77, Hayden Young.